All right. Am I live? I hope I am. I hope you can hear me and see me fine. And I, oh, so I'm just lifting that up a bit. And I hope that this is looking nice and clear for you. Let me know if not. Oh yes, it looks like I'm live. This is good. This is good. So, welcome everyone. We're back with another live stream. This time on Penelope Waits. It's coming along very nicely. And what I've got here in front of me are two of the four foam boards that I'm building this on. And I've put them side by side. It's the top two because I'm going to be working on, oh, excuse me, I'm going to be working on this yellow section and other yellow sections. But most of the section I'm going to be working on is sort of in the top middle. So it staggers two boards. So I've just put it together for the sake of this live stream. There's also going to be some yellow down here. There's yellow here. And the other bits of yellow will be um like here, that's on the bottom right board. There's some yellow here. I've actually already done that plant. So most of it is at the top. So I don't think there'll be needing to be much movement of the boards, unless I get it done really quickly, of course. It's a possibility, I guess. Uh, so yeah, I think that was my plan last week. I forget what my plans are because I'm working on so many puzzles. But before I start puzzling, let's say hello to everybody, everyone that I can see. We've got Sarah's here, Rose is here. Hello, hello. Sam and Angela are here. Hi, guys. SS is here. Good morning, aft. We've made up another word. I like it. Clark's here. Hi, Clark. Um. Oh, now then, what's that say? Letty Lip. Hola. Have I read that right? We've got Sonia, Winter, Sandra, Nance. Oh, there's loads of people here. Who else have I missed? Um, Richard's here, and Jill. I'm just looking down at my iPad, and Steph and Ruth. So, welcome and hello to you all. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to see you all again. And if I'm not reading your names right, just let me know. That looks like Letty Lip. I can't, won't quite tell. Um, oh, Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas. Oh, don't tell anyone my secret identity. oh, it's SS. Afternoon, Soul. Hello, Dexter. There's still people joining. This is brill. This is brill. So yeah, basically that's that. I've just shown you the box, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my other two boards. So this is the top left board. The line is here, and I don't know if you can tell from the screen, but this is where the join is, and you can actually tell because there's a misalignment of piece. This piece is slightly longer than this piece. So you can tell usually where the join is. So that's where that is. And this is where the boards divide. So you've got the top left here. You can't see just a tiny bit in this top corner, but it's really just blue and red. And over here, some of that side is a little cut off. There's some red. I can show you more of that side later. I don't want to move this because I've got it all set up quite nicely, but this is my bottom left board, which got filled out a lot last week because I worked last week on the brown sections, which filled out a lot of this, some of this, the house. We got some of Penelope's hair. There's brown here. There's brown on this tree. And you've got a big bit of brown here. So a lot of this got filled out. Not so much on this one. This one has just a wee bit of brown there and this brown rock. So that did get filled out a little bit there. Oh dear, I might have to close that window if the seagulls are going to be noisy. We have seagulls around here and they're just so noisy. They don't shut up. So if they carry on squawking, I might have to go and close the window, but that's okay. We'll see how they go. See if they behave. So those are the bottom two boards. So I mean, it's coming together. It really is. And it's coming together in very much a sort of outside in towards the middle. I've got bits on each bit of foam board, and I've got the whole edge together now. In fact, there was only a wee bit of the top edge, this bit actually, that I hadn't done at the end of last week, and I literally just put that in after I finished the live. It was maybe about 8 pieces. I was like, do you know what? For the sake of taking a photo, I'm just going to put the edge in, and it will look a bit more complete. So I did put that in off the live. Hope you don't mind. And it also gives me a nice little area to work within for when I'm doing these yellows. Yeah, I'm going to close that window. Just bear with me because the seagulls are so off-putting and all I can hear is just squawking. 2 seconds. Goodness me. Okay, I'm back. Things I have to deal with. Never work with kids and animals, they say, don't they? I'm not actually working with them, but they're just being noisy. Right, what's everybody saying? Lots of hellos. And Claire's here. Hello, Claire. Lol, just had to get the hang on, get the crazy out of Namine. Oh, I see what you mean. She's a ball of energy. Oh yeah, Grace has moments like that where he just runs around like a mad thing and makes silly noises and stuff. We can't hear the seagull's great microphone. I know. Well, it's like a directional thing. So you should really just hear me. That's why you can't hear my kids and stuff in the background when they're being loud. But it's just off-putting because that's all I can hear. Literally, my window's over there, and that's all I can hear. Just, and I'm like, stop it. But yeah, no, it is a good mic. It is a good mic. I'm glad I made that investment. Um, so Claire's here. Anybody else new here? No, I think nobody else has joined. So you've got a crazy cat, and you're trying to get. So how do you get the crazy out of Namine? You're just playing with her. I find with Grace, either he wants fed or he just wants played with, and then eventually he goes off and lays down. You can't hear them. Well, that's good. Good, good, good. Do I live by the beach? No, I don't live near the beach, but we still get a lot of seagulls, and I do live next to a river, like right by a river. We're not. You don't have to go far to get to the coast from here. So yeah, I guess we do get a few seagulls. They're so noisy. The seagulls are trying to create an immersive atmosphere whilst Penelope waits. Yeah. Penelope will be going insane waiting in all that noise. She'll be like, I'm going to go wait inside. The seagulls are doing my head in. Glad the window's fixed. I know, I know. We couldn't open it before, and then since it's been fixed, I've just had it open and just left it open. It's been so nice because it's been really hot. And but I forget that it's open until I hear loads of noise outside, and I'm like, oh yeah, we can close it now. Yep, and she sits in front of the closet so I can pick some toys for today. And then she can push the mouse to me. Ah, that's so cute. She plays fetch. Every little session is a treasure. I'm so grateful for her playfulness. Yeah, it's great that she's still so playful as well. As they get older, it's nice that they keep that playfulness. All right, let's get started, shall we? So I actually have some pieces already together because what I did last week with me working on some of the brown, I ended up also diving into the orange pieces because there was a bit of an overlap between orange and brown. And I ended up filling out a lot of this here. This is quite a stark gradient, goes from red to orange to yellow. So I ended up filling kind of the middle of this. And then I had a few oranges here with yellow, like transition pieces. And I had them separated out, and I sort of discovered that they belong to this bit because there's like wavy lines like clouds, and it's like dark orange against bright yellow lines as it goes down. So I kept those separate. I think there might be some oranges left. Um, but mostly I'm going to be dealing with yellows. Now, hopefully I can attach this sailboat and maybe this little mountain here. And then, yes, here we go. So that's what remains of the oranges. And then I've got some yellows in here. So yeah, I'm just gonna, what's the best way to do this? Because I don't have a great deal of room. I might just try to find as many of these transition pieces as possible. Because I never really looked deeply into this pile. Oh, no. Where does that go? Go in there? Huh, not sure where that one goes. I never really looked deeply into this pile, so there's probably pieces I've missed that I haven't pulled out of here. There's a section of yellow here as well, just a thin line. I could fill that out as and when I find pieces. Like that. Does that one go there? Yes, it does. So, yeah, I mean, this whole puzzle, what's really kind of stood out to me with this puzzle, I'm pulling out some blue and yellow transitions. Generally, where I start is the transitions, because they just stand out. But yeah, so generally what I found with this puzzle is that it's trickier than it looks. And what makes it trickier than it looks is the fact that there are similar colours in all different parts of the puzzle, and it might only be small sections. Um, but like, so I find myself focusing on largest obvious sections, and then I have a bunch of pieces, and I'm like, I can't see where they fit in. And then I realise there's a wee bit in another bit of the puzzle that I've just overlooked, and then I'm kind of jumping around a bit. So it's been quite a bitty build process. In here as well, we also have some sort of, they kind of like creamy beigey colours. So I've got a little bit of the top of that here. So I'll pop those in as and when I spot them. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been finding throughout, that, you know, there's going to be bits in other parts of the puzzle, and I have to sort of be aware of that. Otherwise, I get confused. Now then, what's that? But one thing I have found is finding the transition pieces helps. Helps you sort of, I mean, there might be similar areas of transition as well. You might be blue against yellow in more than one spot as well, but you're more likely to be able to get your bearings if you have two colours on the piece, usually. So I'm pulling out some blue and yellow as well. There are some of those in the blue pile. I actually spotted a few, but I'll wait until I dive into those because I'm going to focus on these first. That goes in there. So these lighter colours are standing out to me. This is quite bright yellow. I might be able to discern these ones. Or not. We'll see. We'll see. If they jump out at me, I will grab them. There's a little bit of dark blue on the tip of that one. I'm wondering if I can find that. It's because it's really just one row of pieces, that is. There we go. Maybe two here. Does that go there? Yes, it does. All right, so yeah, so you see you have a yellow against blue line there, but there's also a yellow against blue line underneath this bit. So you see what I mean? It gets a bit tricky. I felt sure that went there, but it doesn't. Oh. Ah, there you are, found you. That one. And that, I'm not sure. Looks like it might have a tiny sliver of blue, but I can't really tell. There's a bit of blue on the tip of that one. So I have spread the rest out in the box, and I'm hopeful that that will be enough. I'm just going to have this board handy as well, this one. I thought that might go in this board, but it doesn't. Never mind, never mind. Right, okay. That's all I can find of those anyway, and all I can find of those, that goes on the bottom right, I think. There's not much red left. Oh yeah, it does. It's one of the flowers. I'll put that over there. Okay, so let's go for it. See if I can start up here and work my way down. That's my plan. It might not work. There. That's that one. So I'll turn these over so I've got the yellow underneath. Because usually the orange is on top and the yellow's underneath. So that's helpful to do, I think. And I haven't really got any of the... That was silly. I haven't really got any of the bits in between yet. They're all in that box, so I don't want to focus too much on that. I'm just going to try and focus on the line, the transition lines, if I can. There we go. That helps actually. There. Is that good there? No. Yeah, so that helps. There's another one here that starts here, so I can maybe start that one too. There, like that. This goes on this side. You can tell because there's some green and it's that tree. Tiny amount of orange on that one. So there's a tiny amount on that one too, but I might not have it. Do I have it? Yes, I have it. Yay! Okay, this is good. This is good. And then hopefully filling in the gap will just be a case of finding the right gradients. I'm not so sure that goes with this. That goes there. Yeah. So where's that piece? Should be pretty obvious. Uh, okay. Seem to be finding the pieces in this bit more easily now. So I'll just go with the flow. find that. No. Ah, yes. Look at that. Nope. Look at that. Yes. Right, I'm slowing down now. Didn't take long, did it? Oh, now that goes that way. That's one of the bits where the cloud, where it goes kind of bump. You can see a little bend in the bump, if that makes sense. It's my technical terminology for you. Ah, there, I found that one. There's another little bend in the bump piece. Nope. Oh, how did that bit get down? Mm, okay, slowed down a wee bit, but that's okay. What's everybody saying? Sorry for the many hellos. My child is going crazy on the keyboard. We are now going to watch Vicky together. Ah, that's all right. Nothing wrong with saying hello. I'm kicking it off with the teal middle today. Oh, on Penelope Waits. You doing Penelope Waits? That bit of water with the sailboat in. Yeah, I've not hit that bit yet. I've got a tiny bit around the sailboat, but I've not really hit the greens and teals and blues. Not much anyway. Wee bit of the blue. How are you liking it, Winter? Hello, Val. How cute. Yeah. The astrological 5K has just become available here. Got notified. Yay, but better wait. Happy you know I can buy it here though. Yes. That's brilliant. I really like that puzzle a lot. Been very tempted by it more than once just recently. Hello, Sonia. Good morning, after. Are you lurking from work, SS? Hello, B. 5 a.m. Oh gosh. You got an early start. You might drift back off to sleep. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. Man, I really want to buy some puzzles, but I keep telling myself to hold back for Worlds. Yeah, that's right. Gonna be new ones coming out after Worlds, aren't there? So eager to see the unreleased puzzles. Yeah, I know. Same. Bend in the bump. Got it, lol. Yes. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hi, Philip. You lost your jigsaw piece, Philip. Good morning after. These words are going to catch on, definitely. More night and more naft. The water, yeah, yeah. It's a nice colour, isn't it? The whole thing's lovely and colourful, though. Stood out to me. I'm absolutely loving it. Good. Oh, I'm glad. I've started watching the OC. Oh, I've never seen that. Haven't watched it in many years. Back then, Sandy and Kirsten were the best parents, and now I'm their age. Oh, happens with all these old series. Relates differently now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Looking from work, yeah. Bugger. My subscription ran out. It's fine. It just made me jump because on my screen the members' names come up in green lettering, and yours was in grey, so it kind of like threw me a bit because I'm not used to seeing it. It happens. A few people do that. Sometimes some members like will jump to the top of the list because sometimes it will run out and then they'll just rejoin. I don't know why it does that. YouTube's a bit funny sometimes. I've not had time to do puzzles in ages, so looking forward to your 24-hour attempt as I can get Because I can put all that time aside to do puzzles. Oh yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Actually, I've been trying to kind of do some planning on that this week. Um, so I have chosen the charity that I'm going to support, and that's going to be a charity called Befrienders Worldwide. And I'm going to go more into detail about this in a video. I'm going to put a video out. I'm hoping Friday I can put that out. Now then, hang on a minute. Ah, right. That's why that threw me. That's a join piece. And I'm looking for a piece that's the same height, and it's not the same height because it's misaligned on the join. Oh, right. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I can deal with this. So anyway, that bit is there. So yes, I wanted to support an international charity because obviously donations are going to come from all over the world because I'm obviously doing it as a video to all my followers who are all over the world. So I thought, oh, I'd like it to be an international charity, but I wasn't sure which charity, and I had some suggestions, and then um, there was talk about supporting like a mental health charity because puzzles, as we know, can be really amazing for people's mental health, and they've helped people in many cases. And so I was like, actually, that's a really nice idea, and I really like that idea. So um, I found that charity, and it's actually no, then hang on a minute, that doesn't go there. That's like a yellow against red. Not entirely sure where that goes though. This puzzle's tricking me again. Not sure about that one. Might go along here somewhere. Yeah, so and there's a charity here in the UK called Samaritans. And Samaritans they they like they have like a phone line and they support people who are going through, despair or distress or, emotional turmoil, that kind of thing. And they talk to people and you can ring them at any time of any day. And there's a little bit of a focus on people who are feeling suicidal, but it isn't just for that. You can be going through sort of emotional and mental health trauma, but not necessarily be feeling suicidal, and they'll help you, and it's really really good. And I've used it in the past, not because I felt suicidal, but just because I was going through some things, and they're really really good. But obviously, Samaritans is UK based, but there is like a partnership they have with this Befrienders Worldwide, which helps set these kinds of centres up across the world. So Samaritans it's sort of like is one of the partnership centres, and that's what they're called here. They've got different names in different countries. So yeah, I really liked that idea. So I managed to set up a fundraiser, and I'm going to share all the details, as I say, on in a video, which I hope to put out on Friday. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm really excited to do this. I know it sounds a bit bonkers that I'm excited to be staying up for 24 hours trying to defeat a 5K, but nevertheless I am. So yeah, well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But I'm glad you're looking forward to it. And I was taking some pictures earlier as well of me with the puzzle and stuff because I'm going to be wanting to start putting out posts and things. I can't actually believe because I want to do it on the 6th of September. And it just occurred to me yesterday that that's 2 weeks from Saturday. It's like, oh my lord, I've only got 2 weeks. I better get this organised. So yeah, it's coming together and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, oh, can't wait. Anyway, isn't Grace 4 or maybe 5? Grace is, oh, hang on now. When do we get Grace? 4, I think, this year. I think Grace. excuse me, I think Grace turned 4 in May. I think. May I ask how old Grace is? Yeah, no, I think he turned 4 in May. So I'm pretty sure we got him in 2021, and he was just a wee kitten then. He'd like not long, he was about 8 weeks old or something, or whatever it was, 12 weeks or something. And so if it was 2021, that means, yeah, he'll have just turned 4 this year. 4 years old. I just saw a puzzle from Gibson's called The Lollipop Lady. Yes! Do you know, somebody showed me that one. I forget who it was that mentioned that one to me. Be a good one to do. It's quite a, well, I know they have crossing patrollers and stuff in other parts of the world, but yeah, it sort of feels like quite a British thing. It seems like the sort of thing Gibson's would put on a puzzle. I should get one. It's a great cause to be raising money for. We all need help with our mental health throughout our life. Yeah, exactly. And you know, you go through things, you come out the other side, you know, sometimes it really brings you down low and sometimes you get through fine. But it's we all have things in life, don't we, that happen, and it's support for just anything, any kind of um despair or distress or kind of mental emotional turmoil you might be feeling. They're there to just listen. They don't kind of give opinions or try and push an agenda or anything like that. They're just there to listen and let you let you talk things through. So yeah, I was pleased with that, but I was struggling to actually, in terms of the practicalities of setting it up, I was struggling to figure out how to support them, how best to support them, because initially my thinking was to have fundraising as part of the live streams. So with live chats, you can click the box to make it a fundraiser. And then when people donate, 100% of it goes to the charity that you've set up. What I didn't realize when I was looking into this was that YouTube, I don't think exclusively, but mainly you can only really support US based charities on YouTube. And I thought, that really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why would it only be restricted to the US? But it's to do with, I don't know if it's to do with taxes or something. So there's some financial reason behind it. But because they basically send the money to the charity directly. So that's how it works. And I didn't realize this. So I couldn't support that charity through YouTube. So I thought, right, well, okay, we can maybe use something like Just Giving. Tried to set up a Just Giving, and that didn't have the charity on there either. That had individual centers in certain countries. So like I could find the Samaritans, but I couldn't find the international kind of umbrella body, if you like. And then I went on GoFundMe and it was on there. So I set up a GoFundMe in the end. But it was it's like, oh, blimey. It's actually harder than it seems to support an international charity because many are more locally based, if you see what I mean. I know the age was said in a video and I worked it out from there, but it's a bit since I saw it last. Oh, well remembered. I didn't even tell you what video I said that in. Someone needs to gift that to Vicky. Yeah, well, I could probably find it. I could find it in a charity shop somewhere. You always find Gibson's puzzles in the charity shops. If not, I can always buy it. Gibson's are pretty easy to get hold of here. What sort of time of day was I going to start? Um, so I was thinking the morning of Saturday the 6th. So I was thinking, oh, that's the doorbell going. I hope one of the kids gets it. I was thinking, see back. I know you can't hear the background noise, which is great. Probably seems to you like I just randomly stopped talking for no reason. But it was the doorbell just went. Anyway, Give me 1 minute. It's going off again. Can somebody get that, please? My gosh. Right. I do apologise. Wait a minute. Now my kids are calling me. No, they're not. Okay, that's fine. They're not. Everything's fine. It's fine. And I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was saying, okay, I was answering Winter's question. So sorry about that. I was thinking I would start it on the morning of Saturday, and I was thinking if I got an early-ish start, um, that would be easier to manage than trying to start it at say midnight, on Saturday and go from midnight to midnight. So I was thinking I would start at like 7 a.m. UK time and then go through to the following day at 7 a.m. Do it that way. So I don't know what that is for you, Winter. Are you an hour ahead? Would that be 8 a.m. for you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And then I was thinking I would do. I haven't quite decided yet. In fact, maybe you could help me out with this. I haven't quite decided yet how often to do live streams. Because I was going to do them periodically throughout the day. Um, I don't want to do it just blanket for the entire thing. I want to do it periodically throughout the day. So we're talking 24 hours. So I could do one at the beginning, so you kind of see the start. And that would be relatively short, just, get on with it. I've started, etc. Then I could do then I could do like lives every 3 hours, which would mean 6 lives. Or I could do them every 4 hours. I don't know if I've worked this out right, which would be five, I think. Or I could do them every 6 hours. Yeah, I'm trying to think that it'd be multiples of be multiples of like whatever divides into 24. Um, so I don't know. I guess it's how often should I have the live streams? That's my question to you. I think 4 hours sounds good, but maybe three is better. What do you think? Like 3 hourly updates. So I could, and then if I have it kind of organized like that, where I know I can maybe have timers set and stuff, and it can just be more streamlined. So I'm not taking up too much time turning on a live stream, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, what do you think? It's 24 hours, do one at the start, and then what, every 4 hours, every 3 hours? I think every 2 hours is too often. So, what do you think? Give me your thoughts on that. Philip, I can share a link in the Discord server. I've donated to a charity called Samaritans in the USA. Wonder if they're related. Well, it's possible because the different centres across the world, they have different names. But some other international centres are also called Samaritans. So there might be some I would imagine there's more than one in the US. But I know that there are others called Samaritans. But it's the same idea. Oh, Gryffindor's here. Hello. How you doing? Hope she gets well soon. Wait, oh, is somebody poorly? Slitherpuff? Is it Slitherpuff is poorly? I've missed some of the chat. Good idea for a charity. Thank you. Yeah, I think so. I'm excited about it. She's been oh right, yeah, sinus problems. I remember Slitherpuff saying that. Never mind, look them up. Not the same Samaritans. Yeah, it's not they're like individual charities in their own right, but they're kind of part of the bigger umbrella that helps to set these things up, and train people and get things organized. Puzzle mail. I don't know actually if it's puzzle mail or not. I do have some puzzles due, but I'm not entirely sure if they're coming today. I hope it is. The bell's been going quite a lot though because we have like an outer door because we're in flats. We have like an outer door that you have to press the intercom buzzer thing to get in. The thing is, the outer door is usually wedged open, but they've just the people that own this building have just come and fixed it. So now the door's locked all the time. So for some reason, our buzzer seems to be the only one that's on, and everybody just rings us. It's like we're the intercom for unlocking the door. It's quite frustrating. So I may have to turn it off, but it could have genuinely been for us as well. So who knows? Who knows? What did you get? Oh, do you mean you had puzzle mail, Richard, or do you think I had puzzle mail? Is that what you meant? Oh, not you. Yes. An hour ahead. Yeah, okay. Yep, 7 a.m. is 1 a.m. here. So I do realize that some people will miss, there'll be, because it's 24 hours, there'll be parts of it that people will miss unless they stay awake for 24 hours like I am. Because, my audience is worldwide, so there's gonna be parts of it that just don't, some people aren't gonna be able to watch. So, yeah, yeah. But I mean, then when it's good hours for you, other people will be in bed. But I have to kind of figure out when's good for me because I don't know. I don't even know how I'm going to be towards the end. Honestly, this is quite uncharted territory. I mean, apart from like flying to another country and dealing with jet lag, that's probably the closest thing I'll ever do to this. So it's yeah, it's going to be interesting. Maybe I'll just fall asleep with my head on the puzzle and wake up and there'll be pieces stuck to my face. But whether I manage the challenge or not, it's all for a good cause. And I'm just looking forward to the challenge. How many hours at a time? Um, what do you mean, how many hours at a time? Like, I'm doing the full block of 24 hours puzzling, and then I'm thinking, how often do I do live streams? So, like, how many hours between live streams? What if you finish early? Well, I mean, I'll be shocked, but that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? If I finish early and I'll do a live stream at the end. I mean, it could be that I'll be approaching, say, the 3 hour mark to do another live stream, but I might only have a bit left to do, so I might just go a bit longer and do 3.5 hours, say, and finish, and then do a live stream. Because I might as well do one in the morning and at the end, but I don't know when the end's going to be. So that's going to be the last one will be a bit of a tricky one, but we'll just have to wait and see because I honestly can't predict that. You quite like every 3 hours, Sonia. Just signed up for family gymnastics with my son that starts that day. So from your 7:45 to 10:15 I won't be able to watch. Maybe that's the sorting part anyways. Well, this is what I mean. So it's not going to be live for the entire thing. What I'll do is I'll live stream updates periodically throughout the build. So it's not like I'm going to be like on YouTube solidly for 24 hours. Um, So you can dip in and out. You know what I mean? You can dip in and out of it. And then what I'll do is I'll bring out a video afterwards because I want to film it. 3 hours sounds good for natural breaks. Yeah, maybe 3 hours then, as often as possible. What duration would the live streams be? Well, that's a good question. Let me continue building. Sorry, I'm not doing much puzzling here. I'm chatting away. Um, that's a good question. I was thinking they wouldn't be too long. But it could vary depending on the questions that people have and stuff. So if I sorry, hang on. Oh, multitask. I have 2 seconds. I'm just gonna try and put these pieces in. If I that's a middle bit there. I'll reach the end of my sentence eventually. Sorry. So my thinking was I'm not going to be able to stop puzzling to chat loads. Because obviously that would take up time when I need to be doing the puzzle. So my thinking was to get volunteers to read out the chat to me. Volunteers from among you lovely folk, viewers. And I thought if people, depending on the time zone and everything, and when you could manage to pop on and things, if people were willing to do that, there we go. That's it. Woohoo! There, the transition line's done. If people were willing to do that, then I guess it depends on how long they can do it, but I was thinking maybe about half an hour-ish. And then people can read the chat to me over a voice channel in the Discord server. And I can respond and answer questions and things. But I guess people will have more questions as I go along because they'll be able to see progress and they'll be asking me how I'm doing, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? I think half an hour's good. Every 3 hours for half an hour. Do you think? Then people. So, one idea that Thomas had, which I thought was a great idea, was if people were talking to each other, that's fine, and I can just hear what's being said. If people had a direct question for me, I can answer and puzzle, but they would just tag me, just like for @Vicky, and then the person reading the chat would know it's a direct question for me, and they would direct the question at me. So I guess it just depends on how many questions I get and things like that. But I don't know. It's really hard to say. I'm thinking maybe about half an hour. It's good to get your thoughts on this because often people come up with ideas I hadn't thought of. Right. So just to explain what I'm doing here, there's like, so where the top of the cloud is, it's the brightest yellow. So I'm picking out these really bright yellows, and you can see a bit of a gradient in them, but they're sort of quite obvious. So I'm working my way down from the orange line, basically. That's what I'm doing just now. Not bad, and thanks. As often as possible. 4 hours. You will need a break from us in between and eat, etc. It won't be quite 4 hours after being live for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, see, that was my thinking as well. I was thinking 3 hours sounds like a long time, but it also, I think it will feel like it's going to go by pretty quick because I'm going to be so engrossed in the puzzling. Yeah, it's going to be logistically sort of interesting, really, to see how this goes. But I want to try and do it, in the best way possible for people to see and enjoy and really kind of experience what I'm going through. And so yeah, it's trying to decide how best to do that, I guess. Um, Good thing about 24 hours, every time zone is covered. Yeah, exactly. That was my thinking as well. We shall all be getting up at the crack of dawn and then fall asleep watching Vicky sorting. Yeah, probably. I might even fall asleep at the sorting part. It's a shame I can't sleep sort. That'd be easier, wouldn't it? Where does that go? It's got a wobbly line at the top. Not sure. Not sure. Oh, that goes there. Ah, yay, that attaches that one. You can kind of see the direction on the gradient, so that helps me figure out which way the piece sits as well. So that's good. Oh, that bit goes there. That's an orange bit. I'm not really sure why that's sitting there. Oh, it's a bit of red there. No. There? No. Oh, it's not red, it's just the edge of an orange piece. So, oh, actually, that might go. Does that go there? It does. Yay. So I will read your suggestions for how long. Um, I've fallen asleep playing a game. Oh, have you? I'm looking forward to a weekend of a ton of puzzling. Need to start sorting soon because I want it pre-sorted. Yeah. Which are you doing Big City Collage? Winter, I can't remember. Or is it the six? Are you doing like a 6K Clementoni or something? Can't remember. Different people are doing different puzzles, and I know some people are doing Big City Collage. B, I think 4 hours is good, even though I want to see the entire build. Well, this is why I'm recording it, because I will do a video afterwards. And what I'm going to have is I'm going to have two cameras. Well, three actually, if you include my phone. So I'm going to have a camera on my ceiling recording the time lapse. I'm going to have the camera probably over in that corner, maybe just sort of pointing down at an angle, and that'll capture me going around the puzzle. And I'm going to have my phone on a stand up there. It'll be sort of hanging off the side of the shelf. That will be for live streaming, my phone. So, I mean, I won't be able to so much use my phone footage, but certainly the ceiling footage and the camera footage from over there. I've actually bought another camera to do this. This is how dedicated I am. I bought another camera. I haven't got it yet. It's coming this week. Anyway, I wanted a new camera anyway, so it was a good excuse. But like I know people are going to want to kind of experience the whole thing, but for a start, I don't think you can live stream for 24 hours. And secondly, I think that would make it harder for me to manage doing it in 24 hours because I feel like when I'm being live streamed, even if I'm not talking, I think the observation effect would distract me, and I don't feel like I would be able to get into the zone like that. So that's why I've gone for periodic lives. So I can just dive in and get on with it. But I will be filming it so that I can do a video and you'll get a more full overview of it. Does that make sense? Nice transition. I'm going to plan my weekend around it, so I'll be skipping church. Oh no! Sorry. Well, skipping church for puzzling doesn't sound like too bad a thing. We will be asking about food and cats. Yeah, probably. Probably. I recommend some practicing of the reading cat in some of the live streams before the 24-hour marathon. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Practicing of people helping. Yeah, you're right. Well, what I need to do really is get a roster going. So because I'm going to use the voice channel in the Discord, whoever does it will need to be in the Discord server. So if you are interested, join the Discord. And what I might do, there's a channel in there for the Big City Collage. Um, I don't know. I might create another channel just for people to just write in there. I'll do it. So I've got like a list, so I can say who wants to help with the chat, and I'll make a list. And then what I could do with is I'll decide whether I'm doing 4 hours or 3 hours. Figure out how many there'll be, and then assuming more than enough sign up, I can work out what time zone they're in and what's going to be best for certain people. And I don't know, but I think I'm going to have to come up with some kind of roster. And then once I've got the roster, we can have maybe a practice. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. That's lunch done. Now time to play with the fish. Is that the flying fish in the life puzzle? Half an hour is generous. I wouldn't go longer. You'll have a puzzle to build. Yeah, you see, this is the thing. I have to try and kind of work it around actual non-distracted puzzle building. When you puzzle normally, what's an optimal length of session for you? It varies. It varies because it depends on how much time I have. But if I have like, there's a cat hair floating around in front of my face. If I have like if I have a day, a full day to do it, like say it's a Sunday or something, I tend to have Sundays free. If I have a day to do it, I'll just go and get engrossed in it, and I could puzzle for 3 or 4 hours. I mean, I do get up and take stretch breaks and stuff like that. I'm leaning towards 4 hours personally. An optimum length, probably optimum is 3, but I can puzzle longer. It depends on what I'm puzzling. When I'm working on wildlife, like this last weekend, I have really solidly been working on wildlife. Um, I can be going at that for ages. I just get so into it. What size aquarium? Were you talking about real fish or were you talking about the life puzzle? Sleep sort, that would be handy superpower. Absolutely, it would, wouldn't it? The 3K life. Okay. Oh, I know what people are meaning. Usually I assume the wrong thing. But I think that's probably because I'm working on life myself at the moment. Nah. And oh, where do you go? Oh wait, I always forget there's one at the top too. So these bright yellows are getting filled in now. So I'm just using the gradient really now. Just working my way down. So this is going well. Look at that. Yes, it does. These are a similar colour to what I'm going to be doing here. Nope. Oh, no, there. uh, right. Okay, so there's more. See, feels like there's more of these kind of medium yellow colours. You can see the bright yellow in some of them though, still. So it makes it a little bit easier to distinguish. I'm used to my puzzle box lid being over there. It's not today, it's over there today. Because I've got two boards side by side, I've sort of changed things around a bit. So I keep looking over there to look at the box, and it's not there, it's over there. And ooh. Shape, of course, is helpful with this because there's such a good variety of shapes here. No, that's a bit brighter. Ooh, that's that one. Yes. Okay, that's good. Let's put it together, look. Even though I've been doing a lot of talking. Clownfish. You got it, Thomas. And the 6K Davison Mountain, which I'm leaning towards. Yes, oh, yeah, okay. I thought there was a 6K Clementary involved somewhere. I just couldn't remember. Yay, Vicky. I want that puzzle, so I'd love to watch and re-watch that video. Yeah, no, I'll definitely do a video on it. Definitely. I'll have cameras just everywhere. And thankfully, I have a little remote as well for my ceiling camera, so if it goes off, I can just hit the button. Hello, Sybil. How you doing? God will understand. God designed around the world. Yes. Well, yeah. Philip, I just got rid of an aquarium that I kept for 5 years, so my mind went to real fish. No, I can see why it did. Totally see why it did. Right. Okay. So this is going to be trickier now. Trying to find the right piece. because this is more of a kind of generic sort of medium yellow colour. Does that look good? No, it doesn't. What about that one? Yes, goes there. Woohoo! It's quite a wide one. It's a bit darker though. There are some brighter bits here. There we go. There's one. That looks like that one. I've got the double wavy there. I can get those pieces in too, so that's good. I think some of these pieces are going to be in the blue pile. I might just dig those out um shortly. There. So he will be watching too, if it will be on a Sunday for some people. Well, it'll be early hours of It'll be like that'll be how long I'll go on until 7 a.m. on a Sunday. So you might, it depends on how long it takes. If I'm puzzling till the bitter end, then yeah, you might catch some Sunday morning. I think 4 2. Yeah, I'm leaning towards 4 hours. I would love to have helped with the chat, but I am away, and although it is in this country, we are in our motorhome. I don't know what, if any, signal there will be. Ah, right. Ah, well, I appreciate that you would have helped. I appreciate that. But yeah, I know when it's spotty signal, it's oh, a Vicky vote notification. Did you get a vote notification? Or is this about the vote for Thursday's live stream puzzle? If live streams are scheduled 4 hours apart, that will allow you approximately 3.5 hours between for uninterrupted puzzling, and you may need 15 minutes of that at the start of each session to get back into the zone. Yeah, yeah, and it's going to be yeah. So if I do it every 3 hours, that I don't know, that seems a bit short. So I think you're right, Sam. I think taking that into account, I think 4 hours. Going to sleep. Have fun. Oh, see you later, Gryffindor. Have a good sleep. Give my best to Slitherpuff. Not far behind you. Getting tired. Thursday live stream vote. Yes. Oh, has it only just given you the notification for that? I put that up last night. It's funny though, like the way YouTube notifies people about, in particular, um, shorts and posts. Like they seem to just come really randomly at random times. There, that goes there. So yeah, it's for Thursday's live stream puzzle, and the choices are a buffalo puzzle, which is Pokemon, a Cloudberries puzzle, which is symmetry, and a what was the other puzzle? Oh, a Vermont Christmas Company puzzle, which is Noah's Ark. So yeah, cast your votes. Let me know what you'd love to see. That's just in the way. Right, that goes there. No, not sure. Oh wait, no, it doesn't go there. Nope, don't know where that goes. Do know where that goes though. So that one is there. Can't. Oh, it's hard to discern a gradient in that one. So I'm not certain about that. Yeah, not certain about that one. That looks a bit darker. No, it's too dark. getting tougher. It's getting tougher, this puzzle. Or at least this bit of the puzzle. That has some definite lighter colour on it, so that's good. That one's in. Don't know about that one. There. Not sure about that one yet. Slowly but surely, these are going in. But more often than not, shape plays a role in this. In, finding the right piece. That looks like one of the dividing pieces because it's thin on that side. And there's a definite gradient in that one there. So, that's fine. I've still got a few here. I mean, I could attempt to put some of these orange ones in. I've not got that many oranges left. There. And you can definitely see a gradient in those as well. There. So I could meet in the middle. Sorry, I'm just reading. I choose you, Pokemon. Oh yeah, I saw your comment. Pokemon, Pokemon. I think it's Pokemon that's winning at the moment. Me too, SS. Not me, but I'm outnumbered. Not a Pokemon person, but my son is slightly getting into it now. It's a nice puzzle. It was a gift from Sam actually, and it's like a stained glass window with different Pokemon. So it's kind of like a collage. Often Pokemon puzzles are like collages, aren't they? Um, so I mean, if even if you're not a massive into Pokemon, it's still a nice puzzle. But yeah, just cast your vote. Whichever one wins, that's the one I'll do. I honestly don't mind. Honestly, I sometimes find it too hard to choose a puzzle. And so I find myself being kind of glad that I don't have to choose. Let you guys do it. Right. So there's not. Well, there is more of an orange bit down here. Right. Actually, this boat is part of it. Where's that one? Maybe I could attach. That goes over here. Maybe I could attach this to the top. No. Ah, yes, there. Okay, so it's a wavy, but that's attached. So that might help with filling in pieces here. It's a very dark bit. There we go. This pile of yellows and oranges is going down, which is good. Now then, there's some green. I don't know if they belong here though, because there's green here and there's a little bit of green here. I'm not sure about those. How big is in there? And again, I do still have some green pieces. So some of these might be in with those. I don't know. Right, let's keep doing these oranges. Nope. I always seem to pick the unpopular choice. Oh, do you? Oh, that's a shame, Thomas. Tried to pick a good varied selection and I avoided portrait. We've got a few portrait ones, and I avoided Ravensburger because I've done a lot of those. God knows me very well, and he approves of my puzzle addiction. Certainly does. Just rename it Puzzle Devotion and all is fine. Yes. Puzzle Worship. Hate to admit, I didn't realise Penelope Waits is a famous poem. Lol. It's yeah, Penelope's based off the character Penelope from the Odyssey by Homer. I didn't make that connection to start with, but yeah, it was very obvious. As soon as somebody said, "Oh, it's Penelope waits for Odysseus," I was like, "Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense." Um, but yes, I didn't make the connection at first either. Hello, Susie, by the way. Hi, Helen. Had to take 13-year-old for a quick X-ray, so I'm late. Oh, is he, she all right? They're not broken anything, have they? Think I'm over halfway with the D-Toys puzzle. Oh, good. Never tried one of those, that brand. Can never choose a puzzle. I have a dice system to choose. That's a good idea. What happened? Yeah. Hi, Miranda. I'm off to bed. Oh, here's another one. Good morn, af night to you all. Thank you, Vicky. Good morn, af night to you too, Claire. You're welcome. Thanks for being here and sleep well. I thought it was the name of a puzzle artist. Yeah, but his foot playing football with friends. Oh, right. Oh, hurt his foot. Yeah. Was 90% sure he was fine, but the school has insurance for this, so why risk it? I suspected he's fine. Okay, good. So it's just to be on the safe side. I'm waiting on a beautiful edition of the Iliad and the Odyssey. So that's fitting. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because Homer wrote the Iliad too, right? Good to hear he's okay. Oh yeah, this is the Odyssey, Penelope. I learned something new today. Yeah, no, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Morn after night. You got a partner in crime there with making up the words. Not know where that one goes. Might go over here, of course. We've got some over here too. Some oranges. That is definitely part of this. You can see the gradient. These are going down very nicely actually, these oranges. There are some sitting in with the yellows like that. And that one. Still not finding all of them though, not straight away anyway, but that's okay. Yeah, that goes there. That's quite a dark orange, that is. I'm going crazy picking up pieces. Alright, let's see what I can do with these ones I've got in my hand. I've got a very obvious wavy there, that goes there. No. There. Yes. Now then, that looks more like that. So it's kind of a richer shade of orange, this. I don't really know how to describe the difference between this shade of orange and this shade of orange, but it's kind of a richer, brighter shade of orange. Not sure about that one. Nope. Or that one. That should go around here somewhere. There. There. Right, I've just gone into the zone for a second. Hope you don't mind. Hang on. That, no, it's way too thick. No, don't know about that one either. There's another boat there. In fact, that goes there. And then there's that. I'd like to know where that piece is. I'm willing to bet it's in with the possibly in with the blues, although there's more yellow on it, so I don't know why I would have put it in there. Never mind. Oh, wrong way. No. Yes. Can't tell which way that one goes. I think that might be, yes. Some brown in there. Have I got that? No, don't think I have. It's unusual. No. Ah, there. Got that bit of brown. Don't know where that bit of brown is. There, it's there. Phew. Right. So, let's now try and get these in. Oh, that wasn't very successful, was it? I think this might go over here. Huh, possibly. Right, come on, come on. Let's keep getting them in. Sometimes it's hard to tell which way around the pieces go. Got a long wavy there. That looks like it ought to be obvious. Can't see it though. Ah, there it is. There. Found it. Getting harder to distinguish the gradients, but I am still seeing some. That looks like there's something on the corner of that piece. I'm just plonking them on the table whenever I don't quite know where they go, but that might not be such a good idea. because now I'm going to be getting a bit confused. Wait. No. I think that goes around there somewhere. Here we are. I'm glad I switched direction and changed to going from the orange up because it's been coming together a little bit quicker that way. So I'm glad I did that. Excuse me. Sometimes pieces aren't aligned the way you think they are. Mostly these pieces lay sort of flat on the horizontal axis, but sometimes they go that way and it throws me off. That's quite a bright yellow one. It should go up here somewhere. No. It goes there. No, it doesn't. Oh, felt sure that went there. It goes there. That's a bright yellow, so it should go up high. There it does. There we are. Is that go there? No. Ah, finally. Mm, right, gone into concentration mode here. There. I'm just having to sort of look closely, but that's all right. What about this? No, it's too bright to be that, so that's fine. We'll move on to a different one. There. It'd be good if I could attach that properly so it's not just a wavy that's holding it together. Getting everything in around it, but not the actual piece itself. Ah, finally. It's joined! Yay! That, I think, goes over there. So I've not had to jump around to other parts of the puzzle, which has been nice. Certainly not as much, anyway. Ah, that goes there. That's in there. That's in there. Nope. So, does that go in here? All right. This is coming together nicely. Pleased with it. And there's the top of that boat. She's actually, I have got part of it, but not all the way up here, I don't think. I've just got the actual boat itself. That's quite a big piece now, that goes there. Mm-hmm. I have to find where that one goes. It's doing my head in. There it is. And that one. No. Ah. You can kind of tell which ones are on the join, but you can't always tell which way around they go. Goes in there. All right. What else have we got in here? Gonna grab handfuls, stick them in, come back and grab some more handfuls. Ah, that was good. Yes, I love them. These are translated by Alexander Hope. I'm trying to read as many translations as I can over the next few years. Oh, is this about your Odyssey and your Iliad? That is cool. Come in late on Tuesdays. What are you building? I'm building Penelope Waits, Miranda. This is the puzzle. This is it. This is the 5th live stream on this puzzle. And that's what it looks like. It's 2000 piece Educa. And I'm working on that bit at present. And a little bit of this here. So, yeah, it's coming together nicely. It's coming together nicely. Done a lot of chatting, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying this puzzle a lot. It's so fun to do, and it's really satisfying to do, especially filling in all these blocks, these color blocks. Right, get in there. Oh, it's there. There we go. So this bit will be satisfying, filling in all these wee gaps. Not all of these pieces are forced to go in this particular part of the puzzle. I think I've mostly got these now. These ones underneath are going to be transition pieces. Uh, got most of the ones on the join. Not all, but most. Does that go there? No. There. All right. That's a bit too dark. There's more in the bulk. These ones are kind of like a duller brownish colour. I think some of those might end up being on one of the bottom boards. But that's okay, I can do some gap filling. What I'd like to do though is try and get the transition pieces in first. Things like this. So that's going to involve diving into my other boxes briefly. Which is fine. I mean, I have been doing a lot of jumping about with the colours and the piles of pieces. So I've sort of come to expect it now with this puzzle. Here we go, last few gaps going in. There. So now look, we've got here these green ones. I'm not certain yet where these go. Oh, should have that one. Yeah, it's there. That's particularly dark, but it could be that there's a transition on that. So again, I might be looking at green. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this box, put all those back in. I'm going to try and fill out the transition pieces, and then I will move to do a bit of gap filling on the board. That is a transition piece. So some of these are, you can see against the blue. Oh, no. Well, that one got me. But not all of those are. So let's shift those out of the way. And let's grab, not that box, here. So this is a box of blues, and you can very clearly see blue pieces with yellow on them. And there's the bottom of that rock. These ones potentially go over here, although I'm not certain. There's that one. And there's a little bit of purple on that one. There, that's that one. So those transition pieces are in. I'm going to just pull these out though, because I figure I might as well put all the yellows together. And there's some more here too. Like that. For example. There's another one. That one and that one. That's really orange, that piece. There, and some over there too, see? Quite orange transition pieces there. Yellow. All right, this is the nice part where you've done enough of the puzzle that you. I'm finding bits of Penelope here, bits of arm and hand and things. Yeah, I'm finding bits of the puzzle that I just kind of can instantly recognize them, which is nice, just at a glance. I'm getting to that point. That's more white than it is yellow, but gonna be in here, so might as well pull them out. And if I can shave down other piles, then that's what I'll do. There we go. That's all those transitions in. That one's in. We're going to be looking for green here. So they're not going to be in here. Have I got any more? That's a bit of Penelope. That's a bit of Penelope. Just going to grab that while I can. Got some purple transition ones here. Again, like I've already done the purples, so there's no harm in pulling it out and just filling in a gap. There's the other one. Some brown in that piece, some more Penelope. Oh, there's a bunch of the boat pieces that I actually put to one side as well. Oh, I'm going off on a tangent. Let's see here, I'm sorry. This is tangent puzzling at its best. Right. Okay. Right, I'm gonna go ease off on that one. So now, do I have those? These light blues. Oh, I can't see them. I do have lots of different shades of blue sorted though, like teals and that kind of thing. See here, look, that's where I put those. That's where I put those. So not in the box I thought they would be in. It's that one, and that's that one. And that's going to be green. I feel like I would like to fill those in too. So I'm going to dive into the green pile. I think the rest are just going to belong in different parts of the puzzle. The rest of the blue-yellow divides. So I'm just going to grab these out. Oh, that's a bit of that thing. These have got mixed up. That's a bit of that thing. Right, literally just focusing on green, yellow transitions. Got some green, orange ones as well here. Green, yellow, green, orange. Some of these will go on different boards, but it's fine. I am definitely at the point where I'm spotting pieces and I'm thinking, I know where that goes. So that is quite nice. All right, let's see if I can get these in. Oh, it goes down. That goes further down. There we go. There's one. There's another one. That one. Where's that? And I don't seem to have that one. That's a tiny little sliver of orange, though, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. So, there we have it. That is this whole bit done, and that bit done, and this bottom bit. So, I'm going to bring another board in now, because I still have these, and I'm going to fill in gaps on that board. There'll be gaps to fill on both of the bottom two boards. I have pulled a whole bunch here out of the blues. Ones where I recognise them as Penelope and or the boat. Like that, for example, that's the boat. There are some blue pieces with brown on, and I've dealt with brown, so that I'm happy to put in as well. So I'm going to gap fill at this stage. Just do a bit of gap filling. So allow me to pull in another board. I'll do this one. And then I will read the chat for a minute or three and see what yous are all talking about now. SS, I'm glad I read it, but unfortunately I got an abbreviated one that was heavily edited and excluded some key stories. So I'll need to find a proper edition with all the stories, not reread and reread. Oh, okay. What's this? So are we still talking about Homer? But that's a future project for future me. Hi, a little bit of time to tune in from work. Oh, hi Claudia, how you doing? Good morning, half night. Purple next, then. Is that what you're doing next? I did purple quite near the beginning, I think. Forget which bit I did first. Can't remember. Because, I mean, when I say this is the fifth session on this puzzle, it doesn't sound like very much, but that equates to 5 weeks, which is quite a while, really. So I can't remember what I started 5 weeks ago. Starting to lose track of all the builds because Vicky's a puzzle machine, lol. Yeah, I lose track myself. This is what I mean, big. Like I have to think what I said the week before. Like, what did I say I was doing next? Was I supposed to do some off-screen stuff? Can't remember. This is why I like doing my newsletters when I actually remember to do them, because it keeps me straight on what is happening. Because I tend to have a lot going on all at the same time now. So it's yeah. I know I lose track myself, B. I do know I've been working quite heavily on wildlife and I've been loving it. Absolutely loving it. And I need to get, so I've got like over 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, to actually get wildlife finished and off the board because I would like to have it off the board before I do Big City Collage. I think it's going to be more awkward trying to do it on foam boards on top of wildlife, but I think I can do it in a couple of weeks. I think I can. I feel the same way, B. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm working on the fish too. I've only just realised there's an underwater city. Yeah, on the right hand side, there's like an Atlantis. It's kind of tucked away on the right, though. There's more of it on the 24K. Have to, picking up a puzzle on the way to pick up my son. See you soon! Are you heading off just now? What puzzle? Nice, Jill. If you do the full size 24K, there's a lot more to the underwater ruins. Yeah, you're right, because they're on the right hand side. 4K has been my maximum build so far, but you never know. Well, it's in 6K sections, that one. So if you can work your way up to 6K, then you'll be able to do the 24K. Lovely, Vicky, thank you. Vicky, there are 2 green bits with the concrete on that are in the box showing at the moment. These. Yeah, I picked those out because I was like, oh, that's that thing. That's what I meant by that thing. just in case you're not psychic and you can't read my mind. That's what I meant. That one's just pure green, so I haven't pulled that out yet. I've found a few of this plant too. This yellow plant. You can kind of tell because there's like it's sort of yellow and orange. Not quite sure how Penelope fits yet, but we'll get her attached somehow. There we go. So that's a whole bunch of those. And then I think there's quite a few on this house. At least I hope so. There's one. That one I've got. I spotted that earlier. Where are you? There. So yeah, I think I've got a few of these. I mean, these are very similar colours to that bit I've just done up here. These colours. So this is what I mean about this puzzle. It tricks you a little bit. Does that go there? No. What about that one? No. What? No, I don't have that. All right, but I can fit some of Penelope in. Found some of her. The only thing is, I don't know how much of her is actually on the top board. I think that's there. No, it doesn't go there. 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 So she's a bit more filled out. What's that? I think that might be the divide there. I think just the top of her head might potentially go on the next board up. I still feel like I've got, there we go. So these pieces will go in here. You've got like 3 things on the piece, which was throwing me off. Don't know what that is. Ooh, don't know what that is. There we go. It's a hand. And what? What else have we got? Have I got that one? I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. That's okay though. Nice thing about doing it this way is you can switch boards pretty easily. So I'll grab this one, and then a lot of these are going to go down here along this line. I'll put that in first. Found that one earlier. So we're going to have a few along here, like that. A lot of blue-yellow transitions. I'm just working my way down. This is quite satisfying. No, not sure about that one as yet. Keep putting them in the wrong way around. And then this side is another blue-yellow transition. Ooh, it's further up. It's different shades of yellow too, so that's makes it a wee bit trickier. I'm hoping I've got them all. Don't want no gaps. Oh, what's that? Oh, that goes here. Goes on that board there. So now these, I'm not sure where they go. I think, oh wait, that goes there. Not certain yet where they go, or, oh, that goes there. Okay, that one was confusing me, so that's good. I forgot about these boats. So let's go back to the board underneath. These must go here somewhere. In here. Do you think? Maybe? No, I don't know. I don't know about those. Some leftovers there. And then I had some pieces of this boat. Oh, pulled out. So I'll attempt to put those in. Not sure where that one goes. Ah, that goes there. And that. Ah, does that go there? No. Not sure how that fits. That probably goes on the board above, but I'm not sure yet. And then I've got these 2 randoms. But I've emptied a box! Yay! Woohoo! So I guess, what time are we? Uh, 2:23. Gosh, that's gone by fast. I can go just a wee bit longer. I'm wondering about maybe putting some of these in because I have some pieces like missing ones from when I did previous sections, like that, for example. Well, it doesn't go there. It's like purple blue transition pieces. Here we go. Ah, I'm attacking my microphone now. Sorry about that. Um, a few of these that go up here, and they were in a completely separate pile of blue ones that I had kind of forgotten I'd separated. They're a bit more on the teal side of the spectrum, so that I didn't pull them out when I was doing like these blues. Not sure about that yet. So there's a few, I can just fill in a few gaps with these. I do have my lollipop lady job today to do, so I'm not going to be able to hang around too long at the end of the stream. Um, right, are any of those in here? I feel like they potentially will be. Ah, there. Mm, some transition ones there. Not sure where they go. Wait a minute. They go along here, I think. They do. They don't. Where do they go? Oh, I think they might go just behind Penelope. See if they go. So I'm jumping boards a wee bit here. Do they go there? Yeah, they do. No, they don't. Oh, no, they don't, but that's a perfect fit. That's a perfect fit. So, I'm not sure where they are. I think they go further along. Ugh. See, more confusion, more puzzle confusion. Right, not sure about those as yet. But maybe I can fill this in. Um, Not that one, but that. That looks like that goes there. And that one goes there. Look at that. No, that one. Yes. So I've sort of ended up putting together a wee teal section here, just above this green bush. Oh, there it is. It's there. That's the transition there. Okay. But I don't have the corresponding bit on this board. So I'm just going to put that there. But I probably have a couple of bits that will go in here. Potentially. There. If I'm just filling out bits on one board, then that helps. Means I'm not jumping around quite as much. I think that goes on that side. I've been wrong about the transitions before, though. So I could be wrong now. Okay. Right. So go that side there. So that's 3 rows wide. So that's quite a wide bit then. This. Is that good? No, it's a bit darker. Maybe because there. No, there. That's a different shade. There we go. Okay, so these are going in. That's nice. It's nice because these were really just kind of leftovers. That's too light. Does that go? It'd be good if I could attach that. Ah, there. Is that good there? No. Wishful thinking. I'm just desperate to get that bit in. That goes there. That's that bit. Still haven't managed to get that bit in. Can't be long though before I find it. Come on. No. I don't think I've got them all. That's frustrating. What about that? Ah, no. Does that go there? No, I don't think it does. Oh well, not to worry. Not to worry. I think. Oh wait, there's another one of those. I think that's it. These are kind of leftovers now because these are a wee bit darker. I think they maybe go in different bits. So let's have a little bit of an overview of what I've managed to get done because we're coming towards the end now. And I want to chat to you again because I've not chatted for a little bit. So that's the bottom right, and I've filled in all of this and some of this, and this was unexpected, so that's good. And then this is bottom left, excuse me, and I've got more of the boat in. Some bits of some more bits of this building, some more of Penelope, gap filled a bit here. So these 2 boards have been mostly gap filling. And then these 2 really are where the main bulk of the puzzling has taken place this time around. So actually I might have. Does that go here? No, I think that goes in this section, but it doesn't go there. So this whole thing, pleased with this. This whole block is done, and that's done. A couple of bits here, and this bit. So these sails are no longer just floating, which is handy. I think these bits attach. No, they don't actually. Oh no, these bits attach to the top of that, so that's fine. So what I've got left then are various shades of blue and green. These ones I've actually already dived into a little bit. I think that might be part of a house, those bits. I might just do a little bit of gap filling from this actually, because there's actually 2 distinct piles here. At the top, you've got brighter blues, which I did near to the beginning, but I didn't get them all in, and I think I recognise where those go. So I'll pop those in a wee second. But then you've got more kind of medium blues here, which I've touched on, but not dedicated an entire sort of puzzling session to them. So there's quite a lot in there. And then in here, these really are the colours that I haven't touched very much at all. And I've got three piles here, but I started to get a little bit of colour sorting confusion. You know how when you sort gradients sometimes there might be a moment where it's like I've lost track of what pile of colours is what, and then two piles end up just gelling into the same colour pile, or getting a bit mixed up, and that's kind of what happened here. So these pieces here aren't really very much different to those there. But these are more the teal, kind of bluey greens, and these are more the grassy kind of greens and darker greens. No, no, sorry, thought I'd found a bit there. So I'm wondering what to do next. I'll grab the box and I'll put it down, and you can let me know what you think I should do next. Those I will gap fill before the end, and I will sit and read the chat for a little bit, see what you think. So, could I do like this kind of thing next? This kind of blue, where you've got Penelope in the boat, which I've actually already built, and then this kind of blue, which is sandwiched between other bits I've built already. Should I do them? Or should I work on this? And I think I think this will take longer. I'm erring towards doing the green and the teals last, but what do you think? Tell me what you think I should do next week when I start this. Jill, 4K has been my maximum build so far. Oh, I've read that. There's been less chat than I thought. Oh lol, I hadn't clicked that it was a thing. It was a thing. Thingy is a wonderful word. Where's my thingy? Have you seen that thingy? Stop at the supermarket and get some thingies. It is. It covers a multitude, doesn't it? I was so proud of myself. I worked on a Village 500 called Okanagan Valley. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I got the border and all but 5 rows of pale pink sky together in one day. Oh, well done. Sky has defeated me for several days. Oh, well done. I've tried to get into Discord, but it keeps clicking me around. Anyone have any ideas? Oh, circling me around. I'm not sure. If it's a current invite link, it should, as far as I know, just take you straight to the server. Um, you might need to download the app or like create an account, maybe. To be honest, because I created the Discord, I've never actually used the invite link, so I don't really know quite what it does. Maybe somebody else can help with that. Red, you're going to do red next. Yeah, I did red early on. In fact, I think red was the first that I did, or maybe it was the second. Purple and red were definitely near the beginning for me. We love things. Yep. Circling you around. Are you trying to get on via your computer or phone app? Yeah, good question. Phone app. Okay, what do you mean by circling you around? Oh, got in through my laptop. Oh, good. So you figured it out. Good, good, good. You certainly filled in a lot of gaps. Yeah, I have. I certainly have. Greeny blue waves. You think I should do that next? Next, I think you should find that missing green piece in the tree. It's driving me crazy. It is me a bit too, Marcia, but I've just kind of been ignoring it. I would really like to do a villager puzzle. There are some lovely new ones at the moment, but the postage is horrendous. Yeah, are they? Is it Canada? They're in Canada, aren't they? I think. Do you know what? Right. So I don't know if any of you have heard of Minty Fizz puzzles. A lady called Kelly. She's on Instagram and she created a small business called Minty Fizz, and she made maybe about 5 or 6 gradient puzzles, and they're lovely. And I never tried one, but I always said, "Oh, I'll try one day." But they're an American company. Anyway, she shut up shop. Like she's stopped the business. I'm gonna look for this Greenpeace for you, Marcia. All right. Will that make you happy? If I finish off by finding the Greenpeaces, and I've only had one person vote to do the greeny blue waves. I don't know what everybody else thinks. Um, but yeah, so yeah, my story. Um, that's not right. So she shut up shop. So I thought, oh, I best get a puzzle before while I still can. And she hadn't shut up at this point. She hadn't like closed it at this point. So I went on the website, found two I wanted, put them in the basket, blah blah blah, and it was fine. Price wise, it was fine. Um, but I thought, when it, I was like, that looks fine, and then it added the postage, and I went, oh, maybe I'll wait. Like, basically, the cheapest postage it was going to be to get to me here, was like £22. And I was like, is there a cheaper option than this? And there wasn't. There was a more expensive option of £36 or something daft. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't know if I want them that badly. But actually, I've asked my friend Matt to get them for me, and I'll get them off him somehow at some point. But yeah, sometimes the postage is just ridiculous, especially for small businesses as well, where they need the postage money back. They can't really just kind of cover it in the sales prices. And she's a small, growing little business, I think. I forget the lady's name, but I've seen her on Instagram quite a lot. A villager, this is. But yeah, the postage can be bad. I'm struggling to find this piece. I really hope it isn't lost. I mean, it could be in one of the other piles. Like it might have just got mixed up. I'm trying to go through every piece here and find it. That's too bright. Oh, I found that one. I can't see it among that lot. So it must have got mingled in with one of the other piles. Either that or it's lost. I really hope it isn't lost. So let's see if it's in amongst this bunch. This pile that I started to sort that became a bit generic. No, it's not in with them. So let's see if I can find it in this bunch. I really hope I can. I would hate to drive you crazy, Marcia and Bruce. It's been getting to me as well, but I've been sort of just trying to ignore it, and I figured I would find it when I started on the greens, but I couldn't. I couldn't find it in that bunch unless I've skipped over it too quickly. But I tried to go through every piece. There it is. Ha! Yes. Is that better? All done. I love that. The things that drive us crazy. Greeny blue pieces. Yeah. Oh, you think I should do the waves too? Finding the green piece would make me very happy as well. That's us ordering from Amazon. Right, hi. The puzzles I wanted from Villager were going to cost me £37, and on top of the price of the puzzle, I just couldn't justify it. Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? I live in Southampton, England. Puzzles Canada is one of the cheaper places to find villager puzzles. Thank you for trying. No, I found it. I found it. Y'all are funny. LMAO. Much better. Thank you. Much, much better. Phew. Greenpeace found. Yay. Right. I was just going to put these in. I think these go in here. Um, it's this building there. And that is a bit of that building. Again, I still can't see the thing about doing this area is that it would help me get Penelope in place, but I'm happy to do the wavy green blue ones if that's what people want me to do. I'm good with that. I've got a few leftover bits there. Might use one of my empty boxes to organize these pieces and get my wavy bluey green pieces in. How does that sound for next week's task? Oh, it's not going to be long, I don't think. What are you thinking? Two more lives? So that's top two, and they're almost done. In fact, if I move that over, there, that's the top two. That's the bottom line of the top two. So that it's like almost done, these top two boards. And these are the bottom two. There. You see that? So the vast majority is in the bottom half of the puzzle that needs done. This big gap here. I'm thinking maybe two more live streams on this. Do you think that would do it? Turquoise wavy bits. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's what I'll start with next time. Don't mind that at all. That'll fill in a nice big gap. Thinking maybe two, possibly one if I don't chatter too much. But, you know, I can't really guarantee that. Right, now then, I am aware, keenly aware of the time. I have to go out in 15 minutes. So I'm going to start to wrap things up. I'm glad I found that green piece. That was a worthwhile thing to hold on for. And I'm pleased with the yellows. Got a lot of those pieces in as well. So that's brilliant. What will happen when you're done? Are you thinking more Tuesday streams? Maybe, but I think I'll make them sporadic, Winter, because feel like I feel like doing three is quite a lot. So it'd be good to have maybe a few weeks between. But I'm happy to do another bunch later, perhaps on another 2K, kind of like a medium-sized puzzle set of streams. But now that we're back, now I'm back at work. I'm sort of busier. Um, so I don't know. So not every week, but maybe sporadically. I think that might be the way to do it. Thanks everyone. Thank you so much for being here and for watching and listening. Thanks for all your ideas about the Big City Collage. Look out for that video. I'm hoping to bring it out on Friday. And I'll share all the details about all of it, or as much as I know by that point. I'll be back on Thursday with a new puzzle. There is a poll over in my YouTube channel posts tab for you to vote which of the three puzzles I'm going to be starting on Thursday. So I will be back with the winner of that. But do cast your vote if you haven't already. And I'll also be back Saturday with the life puzzle. I've got two more, wait, two or three? Two, I think. Two more Saturdays. And then the Saturday when I'm doing my Big City Collage, I won't do the life puzzle that weekend because I'll be doing the 5K. But that's fine. That's fine. That's going strong. So that'll be fine. And yeah, just please leave a like. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you catch this afterwards. And ask me anything, whatever you want to ask. Do please join the Discord server if you haven't joined. If you're interested in helping me out with the voiceover on the Big City Collage, then you will need to be in the Discord server. So please do join that. There's an invite link in the description. Sybil had some trouble getting in, but I guess sometimes it's easier if you use the laptop version, perhaps the browser version, because you don't have to use an app. You can also use the internet to get to it. But yeah, do think about joining that. It's a great wee community. Please check out my merch stores. There are two, and they are linked down below as well. And yeah, I guess I will just see you all next time. Thank you so much. Happy puzzling, everyone.